Harassing MMA Joey. Don't do that. Be nice to MMA Joey, boys. Be nice to MMA Joey. Oh, God. Where is the off button for the goddamn hold screen? There it is. G'day, lads. How are we, boys? G'day, legends. How are we? Christian Grey was first. Good to see. I saw the notification, but I was like, how does my microphone sound? Audio check first, boys. First things first. Audio check. Advanced properties. Monitor. Okay. Testing. Oh, that's crisp. Okay, good. Advanced audio properties. Monitor off. Cool. Oy! It's Monday. We have worked. Still got paint on our hands. A little bit. No? Washed our hands. Good. We're here. All right. First, from Bilal's good eye, saw a notification. I was late typing in another stream. Harassing some casual RuneScape streamer. Be nice to RuneScape players. I don't mind RuneScape at all, mate. Be nice to RuneScape streamers. And you're in MMA Joey's calling him fat. Don't do that. Be nice to Joey as well. Be nice. Be nice on the internet. It's hard enough out here for people. Be nice to people. He started showing screenshots of donos trying to flex on me. Joey gets donos. Hey, we can all make it, lads. That is the great thing to take from this. If MMA Joey can get donos, we can all make it, mate. His chat got hella defensive of him. It was disgusting. Well, his chat love him. That's the relationship you have between your chat and the streamers. It is what it is. He can't even breathe. Okay, alright. I wish you had fingers this far. Oh, Chris, you know, mate. You got a happy wife. You know that. He runs out of breath every friend. Leave these. Just stop. Just be nice to Joey. How was your Easter, big man? I was with you guys yesterday. Yesterday was Easter. It's been Monday today in Australia. I was working today. There's no rest for the wicked, and I've been a bad, bad man. So, yeah. No, yesterday was my Easter. You guys were there for it. We had a great stream, 3-hour stream. It was beautiful. Then I went and played some Red Dead Redemption for the afternoon. We are in a world of trouble, boys, I'm telling you. We're in a world... What's up, Kyle? Good to see you, mate. I'm telling you, we're in a world of trouble. We're in Guam. We're in Guam. Just when you think it's going to be the last big job, we're washed up on an island somewhere in Guam. Unbelievable stuff happening in Red Dead Redemption. We need Hunter Campbell Masterclass to get these overpaid fighters to take the fights we want to see. Yeah, no, obviously I was listening to Guru's stream this afternoon, Toad, as I was packing up from work and heading in. Yeah, we need to start cracking skulls again. There was a time when fighters wouldn't take certain fights and we would just strip them of the title. Just strip them. Strip them of their rankings. Strip them of the title. We don't need them. The UFC is the biggest fighting organization in the world. What are they going to do? Go over the PFL? They're already locked into their contracts. They're on 7-fight deals. Where are they going to go? Go to the PFL? No one watches the PFL. No one cares about the PFL. Strip them, force them to fight. I agree. It's not about a Hunter Campbell Masterclass, Todathan. It's about punishment. Punishment. Dude, he got $3,000 tonight. They had a dono war in his chat, and two people both sent him $840 each. And he kept encouraging them to keep going, and they kept going. Good for him, man. Good for him, dude. Well done. What's up? Oh, no, that's still Kenny. That's good. Good for Joey, dude. Honestly, good for Joey, man. I'm genuinely serious. Like, I disagree with Joey about so many things. But if he has cultivated himself an audience that is paying him $3,000 to do a live stream, then good on him, man. Sincerely, good on him. Like, good for him. Good for him. Everyone should... Like I was saying yesterday on the stream, like, the savages need to have their space, and the non-savages need to have their space. And Joey is the non-savages side of MMA YouTube, and now they have that. They have someone. They have a creator for them. That's great. Good for him, and he can be the leader of that pack. Good for him, man. I was in his stream for 10 minutes, and the whole time, the only thing they talked about was donos and just hyping more and more dono. Okay. Alright, well, alright. He's just going to crack 36 after a massive strike. I mean, yeah, probably, but be nice to him. Eating too many Big Macs, it'll come back to bite him. Yeah, I mean, he will have a heart attack, but hey, maybe with the amount of money that he's making, he can afford Ozempic or something. He must be getting those donos because of much of MMA. Oh, that's alright. Do you hang sheetrock, Dougie? I do, Kyle. I do, but today I was doing... So, I got a couple of contracts. I got some contracts with air conditioner companies, so I go back in and patch them. Then I have some insurance contracts as well, so I go and fix leaks and cracks and ceilings and that kind of stuff. And then I have some contracts with some bathroom and kitchen renovation companies, which is when I do like my hanging sort of stuff, hanging drywall and that kind of stuff when we're doing light renovation works. Today was a residential repair, so I was just fixing cracks and ceilings. Today was a pretty easy day, to be honest. I'm so sad a massive DDP pulled out. I know, man. Big old DDP. I know it sucks, dude. Dougie lays pipe. You know it, Kenny. The problem with lightweight right now is that all the top guys have way too much money. I agree. I feel like chilling. Let's kick back a little bit, chat. Let's drop this down a little bit. I'm going to lean right back. Let's get... I'm gonna just... It's the first day back. It's Monday. I'm going to just kick back and we're just going to chill. We're going to stream like this in like a reclined position. The problem with the lightweight right now is that all the top guys have too much money. Yeah, no, it's funny how we talked about this yesterday, Toad, right? My incentive structure to make sure these... What's up, Spectronometer? It's good to see you, dude. To make sure these guys don't get paid enough money while they're fighting. A livable wage while they're fighting, but not a lot of money while they're fighting, because it literally ruins the UFC. It's not good for business, dude. It's not good for business. Dougie needs to be stripped down for a in-depth search. No one wants to see that, TY. Absolutely no one. How are you, man? I hope you're having a good Easter break. Spectronometer says an interim belt. So for who? Spectronometers. Obviously not for Marab. That's dumb. Yeah, with Sean O'Malley being injured. Yeah, obviously, for DDP versus Khamzat Chimaev, I worry about an interim belt, Spectronometer, and I'll tell you why, brother. Khamzat Chimaev fights once a year. Dricus fights twice a year. If we give Khamzat Chimaev an interim belt, he will most likely win it against either Imavov or Caio Borralho. We're just going to end up stripping Khamzat Chimaev of his interim belt. We're going to end up stripping him of his... Dricus will be ready to go in, like, October. You know, Dricus will be ready to go in October, November. Khamzat Chimaev won't be ready to go. And then we'll have the whole Tony Ferguson, Tyron Woodley, Colby Covington fiasco again. When just we couldn't get the interim to line up with when the champ was ready to go. It's just a waste of time, because Khamzat Chimaev isn't active enough to hold an interim belt. Joey got all the libtards of the MMA community. Yeah, but no, it's not the... I don't think it's the libtards anymore. But I think... Joey has the Muslim fan base. I think he is the one that he has jumped on the Muslim fan base. I think he makes MMA content for them. I just got a Donald Trump commercial right now just watching this stream. Good job. Oh, fuck. I am not a fan of Donald Trump. Let that be clear. Why watch a guy that you don't like? Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing as well, Spectrum. It's like, if you don't like MMA Joey, don't watch him. What's up, Eric? How are you, dude? Don't watch people you don't like, guys. Be positive. Watch people that you enjoy watching. Thoughts on Jan Silva versus Emmett? Would be dangerous for Jan because Jan will definitely engage with it. It will be dangerous, but I think Jan will be able to maintain range nicely, Kyle. I think he'll be able to bounce in and out of range. And what's up, Blue Line? How are you, brother? He'll be able to bounce in and out of range nicely, be able to roll with Emmett's big meaty hooks. It's when you don't see Emmett's big meaty hooks, that's when they sleep you. And I think Jan will be able to stay cerebral enough. What a word, hey? Cerebral enough. I reckon Jan Silva will be able to say cerebral enough. Never watched, just heard about it. Okay, fair enough. DDP never pulled out. The fight was never official. I know, Toad. I wanted to, if I wasn't going to make my Apex video today, I was going to make a video laughing at the MMA community. We are all enraged in the MMA community because DDP is injured from one news source, Kevin Ioli. One news source says DDP is injured. Khamzat Chimaev reacted to that news source. So now we're all thinking that Khamzat Chimaev is confirming that news source. That news source is not confirmed at all. But not only that, on top of that, inception of rumors, we are upset that DDP is pulling out of a fight that he was never officially on for in the first place. The fight was never official in the first place. There's just nothing to talk about today. That's why everyone's talking about this. Everyone today is upset about a fight not happening that was never actually made to happen in the first place from a rumor that he's been pulled out of it from one news source. And everyone is just reporting in circles about it. Even Khamzat Chimaev is just reacting to Kevin Ioli. We're retards. MMA fans are retarded. We are retarded. I like Joey when he's not talking about donos for 30 minutes straight. There you go. There's a little bit of it. There you go. Spectrometer doesn't mind. No, it's not really a chill stream when the tarps are still on and I don't get a gay time. And you'll have a gay time for this weekend, Chris, for your birthday, mate. We'll have a gay time. That was the first time, and it'll be the last time with an MMA Joey stream. Fair enough. I also think that he's just pretty gay. Well, different strokes for different folks. At least Hamzat would get more. Yeah, that's fine. At least Hamzat would get the title fight money. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, if you give him the interim title belt, at least he's getting paid for a championship fight. Even though it's more than likely that we're going to end up stripping him later, Spectronominus. I get what you're saying, dude. It's not like the fun, zesty gay like Doug. Okay, thank you, mate. It's the soy... Okay. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, man. You know where the shirt is. It's in the bloody box, mate. Do you like Sleepy Joe more? God, no. Oh, my God, no. No, out of the turd sandwich and the douche that you two had to pick from in America. Well, you're fucking Canadian, Chris, so it doesn't even matter, mate. But for the American people, out of the two absolutely shit choices that they had to make, Trump was the better option. But yeah. Jan Silva would destroy Emmett with counters, and he is very good. Jan Silva would destroy Emmett with counters, and he's very good defensively. That's what I meant, where like Jan Silva would be able to see Emmett stepping in and trying to go for that big old meaty hook and, yeah, rip him to the body. I agree, Toe, completely. Rip him to the body with counters, yeah. I think it's a great fight. I would, if I was Daddy Dana, if I was the dad in charge of the UFC, if I was Daddy Doug in charge of the UFC, I'd be making Jan Silva versus Emmett. Why no Trumpy fam? Just so many reasons. Blue Line, Operation Warp Speed. He's the one that caused the inflation. He printed 80% of the money in 2020, like in his last 6 months when he was giving everyone stimulus checks, which they were so retarded they went and spent on NFTs. He's kissed the wall. He's a certain country in the Middle East first, not America first, when he claims to be a nationalist and he's anything but. He doesn't understand what tariffs are or what they are used for. They're a tax on the American people. Enjoy having all of your Chinese-made goods be 400% more expensive. He's just a horrible boomer. Horrible boomer of a leader. He's truly retarded. And he surrounds himself with yes men and doesn't understand the political sphere at all. He just has people that say yes to him all the time. Dougie can't just publicly like Trump because he lives in Australia? Absolutely can. I totally could. If I liked him, I would say that it would be much better for... This is MMA YouTube, Kenny. It would be much better for me to say I love Trump. It would be much better for me to say that, but I don't. I think he's a fucking retard. We don't even know how injured DDP is and when he'll be out. People are already talking about an interim belt. We don't even know how injured DDP is and how long he'll be out. And people are already talking about an interim belt or stripping Dricus. I know, it's insane. It's insane. I think... Again, Toad, I think there's just not a lot going on in MMA at the moment. There's not a lot going in MMA at the moment. And we're very upset with the UFC over International Fight Week because that's meant to be our Knuckle Mania. That's meant to be our Super Bowl. That's meant to be our WrestleMania. International Fight Week is meant to be it for us. That one card of the year that we all get around. And we were rumored to have Dricus, and now we don't have that anymore. And now we want action, Toad. We want fucking answers, brother. We want results, you know? And that, yeah, that's pissing people off. But, I mean, Dricus could have something as simple as a broken toe, you know what I mean? A three-week, 1 month turnaround. It could be something devastating like an MCL. We have no idea. Again, and we don't even know that Dricus is injured. We literally don't even know that Dricus is injured. Still... Today, the only confirmation and reporting that we are getting is reported by Kevin Aioli that it's rumored that Dricus du Plessis is injured for a fight that was rumored to be on. I get why we're upset. But yeah, it is what it is. What's up, Boob? Good to see you, man. The US needs to get rid of the two-party system. These Democrats and Republicans only ever agree with one side. They all agree with everything the other party does, never criticize their own side. I agree, dude. I completely agree. And if I was the dictator of a country, it would be a tax... what is the word? What is my system that I'm in favor of? The words are escaping me. You have to be positive side of tax payment. You have to be. You can only vote if you are paying into the tax system, which means, but when you do your tax return, if you are getting any government subsidies, you are not contributing to the tax-based system. You don't get to vote because you don't have a standing in the country. Yeah, and the two-party system is fucking disgusting. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a flex to have Donald Trump representing your country. If you think it's a flex to have a retarded 80-year-old failed businessman representing your country, I don't know what to tell you, man. As an American, Trump is not better. He fucked our 401ks, fucked our stock market, fucked our crypto market, and scammed us with his meme coin. Thank you, Spectronominus. There you go. Can we not talk about politics? This isn't a. I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't. I've voted once in my life, and I absolutely regretted it ever since. I don't want to talk about politics. You're a man. You are free to do what you want with your own life, okay? You make your own money, you go into the bush, you camp, you have your own kids, fucking homeschool your kid. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I don't care about politics. If you are a man, your politics shouldn't worry you, okay? Whether you live in China and you live under a dictator, you live in Russia and you live under a dictator, you live in the West and you live under the global homo system, you can't control the world. All you can do is just control yourself and how you live your life. So no matter where you go, the government's going to fucking hate you. That's the way that it works. You're a man, the government hates you. They want to extract your wealth and your resources because you literally keep the country going. You keep the power lines on, you keep the water flowing, you keep the shit going downhill. They hate you no matter what. You are their slave. So you do everything you can to make your life as free as possible. That's the only thing that matters. You're not wrong, and I tend to agree. Thank you, Blue Line. I do think Aussie land and Canada would need a person like Trump other than the soy people in charge. I don't know. I mean, he's been in power. I don't know, dude. I don't know. At least Joe Biden would have been controlled by people more mentally sane than himself. That is true. Blue Line says, I'm a Greek here, so yeah, I know a thing or two about democracy, and this shit is foolish. Very right-leaning, but I'm moving out of the US. It's cool. There you go, Blue Line. There you go. Red Gutcha jumped in and then jumped out. Better the two negative. Yep. How are you, boob? Dricus is completely fine. He's in my bed. All right, TY. Dougie, are we going to have a brothel in the compound? No need. You'll be in Thailand, mate. Shit, I missed the intro. That's all right. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a flex to have Albanese. It absolutely isn't. What's up, Sniff? Good to see you, dude. Dougie Boo been reading up on casting spells. Things are gonna change soon, bud. Didn't mean to type boo. Well, you did. I don't know if you meant to type boy, but you definitely said boo. You've been casting spells. A succulent Chinese meal? Well, change the matrix in which we live, Snifferton. Back to MMA now. Yeah, back to MMA. Please, for God's sake. A succulent Chinese meal. Alright, so let us do this then. Let's get over to MMA. I don't like politics. I think it's retarded. Let's go over to looking at Sean O'Bloody Malley, boys, in his crutches. Let's go to Sean O'Malley in his crutches. Where is me bloody... I should have set this up earlier, but I didn't because I just sort of sat down and started streaming. Okay, there we go. And like a liberal mother, we are transitioning. Okay, cool. There it is. Boom. This Snapchat was deleted. Sean O'Malley bought a new block of land, had the boys over. Interesting thing to note here, and I want everyone in the chat to pay very close attention to their screens right now. Okay? This is something that the entire MMA world has completely forgotten. And I listened to the entire MMA Guru stream. Not once was this mentioned. No one has brought this up. MMA On Point hasn't brought this up. No one's brought this up. He's got the boys around to look at the new place where his property is going to get built. There he is in crutches. But what are we noticing, boys? What are we noticing? Is anyone? No, Schmitty. Where's Schmitty? Where's Schmitty? He's got all the boys around. Where's Schmitty? The whole thing is going down. It's all kicking off. And Schmitty isn't anywhere to be seen. I don't see Schmitty anywhere. You had all the boys over to show them your new mansion, and not for once did anybody think, where was Schmitty? Oh my god. I don't know, man. Hamzat versus DDP would be my favorite fight this year. He doesn't fight very often to me. Yeah, no, I was thoroughly looking forward to Hamzat DDP. The idea of it anyway, at least, man. But no, it hadn't been confirmed yet. It hadn't been confirmed yet, but I was looking forward to the idea of it. I don't know if we should give Hamzat an interim title shot because we don't know what's wrong with we don't know what's wrong with DDP. So why would we give Hamzat a title? We need more information right now, Spectronometers. Lady boys at the compound and no curfew. Kyle knows Thailand. Kyle's Thailand once or twice in his life. What's up, Miguel? It's good to see you, man. I hope you're well. Can you do an impression of you fighting Anthony Smith on a giant piece of paper and somehow he ends up losing? Anthony, mate, I've fucking got 5,000 subs, mate. This is it, brother. You and me breaking it down on this piece of paper. Anthony, why are you on the ground? Why are you already in the ground? Anthony, I haven't touched you yet, mate. Anthony? Why have you curled up into the fetal position? You just giving up that easily, mate? Unbelievable. Watch out, brother. You'll get a paper cut down there. Oh, fuck. I almost forgot to say the word today. Well, you've said it now. So, lucky you, brother. Lucky you. Where am I up to? Where is the word glizzy? There it is. Fighting is so hard on the body. Everybody's hurt. That's why. I know, Miguel. I know. Although, have you noticed how often Sean O'Malley gets hurt, Miguel? The dude is like made of paper, funnily enough. I heard a rumor that O'Malley wasn't 100%, but he took the fight anyways because otherwise he wouldn't be guaranteed a title shot, and this basically confirms it. He's always injured. Sean O'Malley is always injured. I can't... Oh, my headphones are dying. Where the hell are my headphones? I can't enjoy the chill music chat if I don't have my headphones in. Hang on a second. Right. Yeah, Sean O'Malley is always injured, and I am disappointed in myself for even thinking for a moment that Sean O'Malley would be healthy enough to beat Merab in the second fight. I was an idiot. G'day, my name is Dougie, and I'm an idiot. And I apologize for misleading anyone into thinking Sean O'Malley had a chance in the second fight. No one's mentioned O'Malley and Crutches. No one knows about... no one's mentioned O'Malley and Crutches. No one cares about O'Malley versus Merab. That is true, enemy. That is true. No one's mentioned it because no one gives a shit. Schmitty was filming. Schmitty was filming. Schmitty behind the camera. Smart, Ben. Schmitty was the one behind the camera. Your objective when you're doing MMA is to injure someone. I'm not shocked. Baralho versus Shemaev should scrap. Yeah, or Imavov. Why isn't Imavov taking the fight? Bro got dropped off at O-Block and never got seen again. Poor old Schmitty. R.I.P. Schmidster. Prates is going to KO Gary. I hope so, Miguel. I bloody hope so, brother. Nah, Dougie, you don't need a lady boy. I got you with that nasty hawk. Oh! Ew, bro. What is this? Ew, bro. You're not invited to the compound anymore, Kenny. For all we know, DDP broke his toe and he'll be good by 318. This is why I don't like the idea of doing a Hamzat Chimaev interim title shot. I get what Spectronominus is saying. It's good for Hamzat Chimaev because at least Hamzat gets paid. But Hamzat fights once a year. We're just going to end up stripping him. What's up, Portuguese Herzog? Good to see you, brother. Fuck it. They should fight International Fight Week. Make it a little bit more exciting. Not like DDP will pull a John Jones. Fuck it. They should for International Fight Week. Make it a little bit more exciting. Not like DDP will pull a John Jones. I'll like sit out for ages. No, I know. But I am worried that DDP will want to fight too soon. And Hamzat won't be ready. That's Lionheart Smith, goddammit, Dougie. You can't just beat him up on a piece of paper. O'Malley gets injured very often and Smith gets destroyed. Yes, both are very true statements, Miguel. O'Malley is so skinny. I know, dude, maybe he needs to move up because his body is just... The fucking wind blows in a certain direction and he gets hurt. And Boob says, is made of soy. Exactly, mate. Good stuff, Dougie. That little rant was on point, bro. Thank you, Blue Line. Which rant? Which one? Doesn't matter. Whatever, man. All good. Thank you, dude. Oh, the freedom stuff? Yes. Yes. You get it. I think you were the one that said you're Greek and now you're moving out of America because it's cooked. This is what you need to do. You need to... Anyway, we've done that. Dougie would destroy MMA Guru in a YouTuber's fight. I don't think so, Miguel. I've only gotten drunk and gotten to punch-ons. MMA Guru has done some training before, and I am 178 centimeters tall. He's like 6'3". I don't know, dude. I don't know. But thank you, brother. I appreciate it. It's been confirmed that Dricus got a extremely infected version of herpes. Okay, that's not good. O'Malley should never have been given the rematch. No, Boob, you're absolutely right. He should never have been given the rematch. You're right. Imavov doesn't want Baralho. He knows he can't win. No, but I mean, why isn't it Imavov versus Khamzat Chimaev, Miguel? Why are we doing Kyle Baralho versus Khamzat Chimaev? Imavov just slept Israel Adesanya. You get what I'm saying? You sleep Israel Adesanya, you get a title shot. This is the way of the world, you know? Surely they don't want to wait Khamzat versus Imavov being anywhere but Sanderland? Anywhere but Sanderland? France? Sandland? Oh, Herzog. Sandland. Herzog, you fucking dog. Alright. Right. Abu Dhabi, yeah, alright. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, if you're going to do it in Sandland, I get it, but something needs to be International Fight Week. Yes, no, I got you, Herzog, I got you. I mean, you got me in the end, mate, but well done, dude, well done, you got me. More coffee for Dougie. More coffee for Dougie. Ian Gary is getting slept? I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. If there is an interim, why would it be Kaio over Imavov? I know, this is what I don't get to. I think it should be Imavov, regardless of where they want to do it. Abu Dhabi, out in the desert. Or not. I mean, we need something big for International Fight Week. Again, it's meant to be our WrestleMania, our Knucklemania. It's meant to be our Super Bowl, right? Pantoja versus Kai Kara France for UFC 317. Yeah, that one is pretty much confirmed. By the way, I made up the herpes thing. I've guessed, dude. I didn't think Dricus Duplessis had debilitating herpes. Pantoja versus Kai Kara France at UFC 317. That's pretty much been confirmed by Kai Kara France, Miguel. So, yeah, you're on the plan with that one, man. My plan was to get to the compound from day one and dominate Dougie in the wrestling, thus availing me from all the chores. No, not at all. You'll be doing chores, mate. A gust of wind hurts Sean O'Malley. It does, dude. The dude is always injured. Every single fight. He's like bloody Shavkat Rakhmonov. You know? He's like Shavkat Rakhmonov. He's always injured, mate. We just need confirmation of what DDP's injury is. I agree, dude. Again, the whole thing has just been rumors. I mean, it makes sense to think that DDP versus Khamzat Chimaev was the main event of International Fight Week, but again, that was just rumors. It could be Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. This whole thing could be happening where we, the MMA fans, are sitting here going, oh, fuck, what are we going to do? Everything's fucking cooked. It's fuck. The whole fucking card is falling apart. Fucking hell. And Dana White and Hunter Campbell could be sitting there tonight being like, these fucking idiots. Because it could be Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria already locked in. Or Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira, interim title locked in, depending on if Bilal gets slept by JDM. Like, International Fight Week could be a lightweight title fight, main event, either for an interim title, Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira, or for the main title, Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. And they're just sitting there being like, these MMA fans are fucking idiots. None of this has been confirmed. DDP's injury is herpes. He needs strong antibiotics for it. You don't have antibiotics for herpes. What's up, OTMO? I'm catching up on the chat, brother. I'm reading everyone's chats. I'll get to you, dude. You just enjoy the vibe of the stream, brother. Imavov turned down Barajo. What about Chimaev, though? Barajo can beat anyone in the world. Oh, Miguel, I have got a short coming out after this stream. You're going to be very interested in it. Look out for that, dude. Can you do an impression of DDP giving Khamzat a small pox blanket and then taking Izzy's a smallpox blanket and then taking Izzy's lens? Can you do an impression of DDP giving Khamzat Chimaev a smallpox blanket and then taking Izzy's lens? Here you go, bro. Take this. Take this. Now, you think that's a terrible disease? It's not. It's just smallpox. They're completely different things. Completely different things. Now, come visit me in my country over at South Africa and see what happens. But I thought the knockout of Izzy was great. The knockout of Izzy was great. Dougie, what are your thoughts on Cameron Simon pulling out of the interview with Guru last minute instead of pulling out on him? Disgusting. Disgusting. He probably just wants to stay locked in. Sean steps on a creaky floorboard and gets hurt. Exactly, Blue Line. Exactly. Yeah, you got me with that one. Imavov ended up accepting Kaio, and that was leaked a few days ago. Imavov ended up accepting Kaio. That was leaked a few days ago. I understand that, but things have now shifted. You know what I mean? As of today, where is Imavov versus Hamzat Chimaev? Where is this? Sandland, yep. And DDP unfollowed him at the end of South... Oh, really? Has DDP unfollowed Guru? Maybe things are coming to an end between South Africa and the Piggy Alliance. I don't know. Ian Gary is going straight for the belt. Ian Gary is going straight for the belt. Okay. By the way, I made up the herpes thing. I know, Herzog. That was nasty work. Yeah, that was really good. Did you watch WrestleMania? The worst WrestleMania ever? No, I did not watch WrestleMania. I'm a 36-year-old straight male. Why would I watch WrestleMania? Why? I've had debilitating chlamydia before. Yeah, you never get rid of that. You have that for life. Maybe Sugar actually isn't on Osterine. Maybe he should be. Maybe Sean O'Malley should get on steroids. Because his body is fucking made of paper, mate. Kenny says, my dick is soft. Of course it is. MMA is such a brutal sport. It's hard not to be hurt. Think about all the scraps that have been cancelled. I agree, dude. I completely agree with you. It is brutal. And of course you're going to go into it injured. Yeah, it makes sense, but this is why the UFC needs to get better at planning things in advance and also stacking the cards so that when one or two fights fall out, it doesn't ruin your biggest fight night of the year. Sugar is brittle, his bones from all the Yep, well, that's what happens, mate. That's what happens. Armin didn't fight Islam last minute. I know, Miguel, he pulled out as well. Although that one is a little bit sus. We had someone in here yesterday, Coach Nathan, talking about how back injuries can be so debilitating you can't even move. That was a little bit sus, but it seems like the UFC were saying that massage and cortisol could have gotten him through it. Who knows, mate? Remember how Cheeto broke O'Malley's leg with one calf kick and then the UFC told him not to throw any in the rematch? I don't remember the UFC telling him not to throw any in their rematch, Boo, but I remember him trying to throw one in the first round. So I don't know if you're 100% correct about that one, dude. Pantoja is never getting a second belt. Dana keeping him chained at flyweight. I know, OTM Chino. And I don't like it. I mean, instead of Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili, which is just a waste of time. Just an absolute waste of time. At UFC 316, we could have had a co-main event, 5-round, Sean O'Malley, Merab Dvalishvili for a number one contender shot. You could have had the title fight on UFC 316 be Weili Zhang versus who the fuck ever. You could have had another good, fun feature fight on there. You know, any of the lightweight fights, or you could have Yaquin Buckley versus Kamaru Usman as the feature fight. So you have two great feature fights, a female WMMA main event, and of course people are going to be upset about that, but that's fine because then International Fight Week could have been Pantoja versus Merab as a super fight. Then you could have had Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev as a super fight. Then you could have had DDP versus Dricus du Plessis. You literally could have had two super fights in a row for International Fight Week. Now that, gentlemen, what's up, Yog? You bailed yesterday. We did the poll, and you fucking bailed on us, Yog. I finally did the poll that you asked for, and you were gone, mate. This is what you get for not watching the entire stream. But that, ladies and gentlemen, what I was saying before, is an International Fight Week. It's not if JDM knocks out Bilal, it's when he does, brother. Yes, Chris, yes. What's up, Skynet? How are you, dude? Sorry you're late. No, I don't accept your apology. 20 push-ups right now, Skynet. Set up your phone in the corner. Do them. Post it in the Discord immediately. Do not post another thing into this chat until you see it in the Discord. I've got the Discord open up right here. I could see myself in a retarded bunny costume that Kenny's done. I want to see a video of you doing 20 push-ups before you type anything else in this chat, Skynet. Never be late again. I'm just kidding, brother. Good to see you, man. I hope you had a good day. Where are we at? Where are we at? Not if. Can you do an impression of Sean O'Malley and Till fighting and then breaking their bodies mid-fight and becoming wheelchair buddies? Hey, Sugar, come here. Oh, fuck, I've hurt my ACL. Man, that's not good, man. Oh, damn, I've hurt my ACL too. All right, man, let's go do some THC and hang out in our wheelchairs. Ben, the only dude who asked if we watch WWE, needs to be on a watch list. Exactly, Chris, exactly. What's up, Tim? Good to see you, mate. Ian had 25 minutes to lock in a title shot and he failed. He is now at the back of the line and needs to stop the cope. Yes, he is in He's in the most stacked division we have in the UFC right now. Coming off a loss. Let's be honest, again, we've talked about this 1,000 times. The UFC is an entertainment company, not a meritocracy. And Ian Gary is not only coming off a loss, but he's coming off a very boring Neil Magny fight. And a very boring MVP fight. So Ian is well at the back of the line. Well and truly at the back of the line. Sure, it goes JDM, then it goes Islam Makhachev, then it goes Joaquin Buckley, then it goes Sean Brady, and then it goes Ian Gary. And that's without anything else happening in the division. And things will happen. So yeah. O'Malley is like the Elden Ring skeletal soldier. They do a lot of damage, but they're very brittle. Elden Ring. I've not played it. What was the poll? It was the Alexa Grasso foot poll. It was, have you ever cranked it to Alexa Grasso's feet? We finally did the poll. Yog requested it. He's been requesting it for over a year. We did it, and then he bounced. So this is on you, mate. This is on you. That's not good. O'Malley looks like a skeleton. He does, mate. His body behaves like a skeleton as well. You skipped. I didn't skip you, Yog. I said we did your. I talked to you and I said we did your poll yesterday, and then I gave you shit about it. I didn't skip you at all, mate. What was the poll? The boys had your back, Yog. We got it. Yeah, we did it. We did it, Yog. You missed out, dude. You weren't here. This is what happens when you don't watch the entire stream, Yog. And once again, you've been caught leaving again and then bouncing back in. You hurt your ACL too. The ankle was bad enough already. You've got to be more careful, Doug. I'm really worried about you. Please stop drinking on the job. I was doing an impression, Larry. How are you, dude? Good to see you, man. How has your Easter been today? I hope you've had a good one, man. Dougie cranks it midstream every stream. Absolutely not, TY. Absolutely not. You're a disgusting degenerate. But I get it. I missed the poll too. Let's do it again right now. Nope. Dougie, would you rather have Usman's knees, O'Malley's hips, or Till's ACL? I think I would rather have Usman's knees, because even with his kneecap popping out the night before the fight, Usman was able to hold off Khamzat Chimaev. So yeah, I would rather have Usman's knees. O'Malley's hips, this is the reason he has to bring his best friend in to fuck his wife, because his hips are absolutely gone. And Till's ACL ruined his career. He couldn't do anything with it. So I'd rather have Usman's knees. Hi, Dougie. I did the push-ups. See the cut. No, you didn't. Did you? Hang on a second. Hang on a second, boys. It's just a photo of the Terminator. Yes, got it. Yes, you are the Terminator. It's the Terminator doing push-ups on Gronk. On your Skynet. Get it, mate. Yes, brother. Grasso's feet are lovely, but they don't do enough for me like Molly McCann. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. That is enough of that. Absolutely. Just relax. Just relax, boys. Okay, let's have a look over here. Where am I? Here. Boom. Islam is ducking Ilya. This is the thing. MMA fans are absolutely raging over stuff we can't even be sure of. Islam is ducking Ilya. We don't know that at all. They're probably just in negotiations. We don't know that. Dricus versus Khamzat is off the table. Again, this has not been confirmed by anyone. It's just a tweet that Kevin Ioli made. McGregor is running for president. He'll never be the president. That interview that he did with Tucker Carlson, although McGregor was based, insanely based, and he was bringing up very good points about his Irish nationalism, which I 100% agree with. His speech patterns were that of a man whose brain has been destroyed from cocaine. Conor McGregor cannot get out a clear sentence. He has at this point got the mind of BJ Penn. John Jones is retiring. This is true, but we are still waiting for John Jones versus Tom Aspinall news. We haven't got that. And we are about to get another Jamal Hill main event for International Fight Week. I don't think Magomed Ankalaev is going to take Jamal Hill for International Fight Week. But MMA fans are ripping their hair out over nothing. Over absolutely nothing. O'Malley is on crutches as well. Yep. Ilya refuses to duck Sarukian. This is true. Ilya Tapiri and his idea that he doesn't want to fight for a number one title fight. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't have a problem with Ilya Tapiri fighting Arman Sarukian for an international, for an interim title or for a number one contender shot. I don't mind that at all. In fact, I think it would be good for Ilya to cement himself at lightweight first, so that way people will leave Islam Makhachev alone. Dougie, would you rather have Usman? We did that one. Dougie's edging the whole time. Hi, Dougie. Did the push-ups. That was great. Grass's feet are lovely. Yog fade. Usman is such a unique fighter because his knee is so bad he doesn't shoot double legs or throw any serious kicks. And the way he overcomes the physical adversity is honestly cool. I agree, Ben. I agree. I mean, he learnt to box and his striking got better around his kneecaps failing him. It's actually very impressive. It's very, very impressive. Like, he was a champion that noticed that his best asset was falling away from him. So he decided to just pivot and go and do something else. Very impressive. I'm tired about Khalil and Gary coping about their participation trophies getting taken away. Yeah, I think I think what we're learning, Toad, from all of this is that the fighters absolutely need a shake-up. The fighters need a shake-up. Like I was saying in one of my previous videos, Hunter Campbell just needs to start firing cunts. Just for no reason. Just start firing cunts. Just take all the fighters, put their names on a roulette wheel, spin it, and wherever it lands, just fucking fire them. Just fire them. Just be like, we don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need this bullshit. You know, the reason that the UFC don't want another fighter becoming as big as Conor McGregor is because that fighter becomes uncontrollable. Right? They do not want a Conor McGregor superstar. That's one of the reasons why they don't do the kind of promos they used to do for Conor McGregor. They want a whole bunch of manageable fighters. Well, now they have a whole bunch of manageable fighters, but these fighters are still not listening to the fucking UFC. We're still not managing them. So, time to start giving them a kick up the arse, mate. Dougie, who are we firing first? It was up to you, other than John Jones. The next fighter to say no. The next fighter to say no. So I would make Islam Makhachev versus Arman Sarukian International Fight Week. Done. First one to say no gets fired. That's what I would do. I would just start making fights, booking fights. I wouldn't even tell the fighter. You're already signed to a fucking contract. You are already signed to a contract. There's doctors at the PI. Okay? If you're injured, get your ass to the PI. They'll fucking inject you full of cortisol and get you ready to go. Your contract's already fucking negotiated. Your meal's already cooked at the PI. Your medical's already fucking looked after at the PI. Okay? You're fighting on this fucking date. And the first fighter to say no, go suck a cock at the PFL. They put on like 3 events a year. Good fucking luck. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I would start doing. And then all the other fighters would go, oh shit. They'd fall into place real fucking quick. Did anyone else see the beef today between Ty Betts, OC, and Giuliano? Is it interesting? No, I missed that one. I saw Brutally Honest and Giuliano going at each other. That was quite good. Is there a Jamal Hill main event? Then I'll sleep and have sweet old dreams. No, there isn't. That's just MMA fans freaking out on Twitter. I'm a Giuliano Glazer, apparently, which makes me laugh when people give one fuck what cunts say online. Who really cares? I'm with you there, Tim. I'm with you there, too. I never understand people letting shit get to them online. Like, it's just fun. We're just having fun here. Damn it, Dougie bullied the new guy into doing push-ups and then just skimmed over it, not caring at all. I said well done to him. Based 100% Ilya should fight Arman for the number one contender. Arman owes the UFC and Ilya needs to establish himself to earn a title shot at 155. Yeah. I agree, Enemy. I agree. But then who do you give the fight to, Enemy, for Islam Makhachev? Like, let's say, under some weird world, JDM trips over a cable after the weigh-ins and JDM can't fight Bilal. So Bilal stays the champion, right? The fight gets pushed back to later in the year. Who do you have to fight Islam Makhachev? And the answer can't be Gaethje. So you've now booked in Ilia Topuria versus Arman Sarukian, who fights Islam Makhachev. It was pretty good, didn't do much, just did some stuff around the house, mowed the lawn, made a little money on the baseball. Beautiful, mate. How was yours? Mine was yesterday. So I streamed with you guys for 3 hours, and then I kicked back and played Red Dead Redemption 2. Stuck on an island now. Dougie, would have hurt to see Armans and Georgians fighting. Arman and Ilya should make love, not war. Fuck that. This is the UFC, cunt. Does anybody play baseball down under? Not that I know of, but there's sneaky baseball fields everywhere here. And what I mean by sneaky is it's like there's like parks here, obviously in the suburbs. But then at the corner of the park, there'll just be a fucking diamond for some reason. I don't know who plays baseball here, but some cunts must be playing it. Because there's fucking sneaky little baseball fields everywhere. Grasso's feet is dumb as fuck, yet fantastic at the same time. It's just another dichotomy from this chat. We do love the Grasso's feet thing, apparently. We do. We need to fire Dana White and Hunter Campbell and make Dougie in charge of the UFC. Oh my god. I could run it from the yacht in the Mediterranean. We wouldn't even need the compound in Thailand. We'd be on a whole different level of income, boys. We'd be on a whole different level. And then we'd actually be able to get the boardroom together. You know what I mean? If we Nacho could be the matchmaker, Tim could be in charge of the contracts, Toad could be in charge of negotiating between the fighters. You know what I mean? Larry could be in charge of talking to the media. I'm telling you a lot. Kenny could be in charge of doing the countdown, UFC countdown. We'll put Kenny and Yog in charge of that. Skynet, because you're from India, you're going to be in charge of Dougie White's Contender Series, because fuck me, India needs one fight in the UFC. Just one male successful fighter out of the 20 billion Indians that are on this planet. You are now in charge of the Dougie White's Contender Series, just to find one successful athlete from 20% of the world's population. I believe in you, Skynet. You can do it, mate. If Islam is turning down Ilya, then putting Islam and Arman and Ilya Charles on the same card would lead to a great build-up. If Islam is turning down Ilya, then putting Islam and Arman, Ilya Charles on the same card would lead to a great build-up. True. That is how they need. They need essentially, we need a lightweight tournament on one card, Toad. Just to fucking fire it up, you know what I mean? Make a fighting megacorp with no weight cuts allowed, hydration test, better pay for the champions, losers get the same pay. Only after their contracts are done, Skynet. Never pay the fighters while they're under contract, while they're actually active and fighting. Never, ever, ever. Keep them lean and mean, boys. Keep them lean and mean. I just accidentally reported you, bro. How do I take it away? It's alright, it'll take time to go through. It's just one report, it doesn't matter. I bet the PI food is really good because Marab is always going there just for... I mean, they've showed the PI food. Paulo Costa showed it plenty of times. The PI food is... It's sports nutrition. It's sports nutrition. Islam fought Volk, who was pound for pound number 1 and number 2 at the time. Had multiple times defended his belt at 145, cleared the division, and was called the GOAT flyweight. Once it was said and done, Volk became just another flyweight. What will Ilya become after Islam beats him? One title defense. Yeah, no, I agree. It steals from Islam's legacy. When Islam does knee the living shit out of Ilia Topuria, fucking sends a knee through his forehead, Ilia Topuria will just be this guy that got lucky at featherweight. That's why he needs to establish himself at lightweight first. Marab is the UFC roids king. I called it 6 fights ago and rode it all the way to the bank on ya, Timmy boy. Agreed, Toad would make great for press conferences. He would, mate. Islam fights JDM for the 170 strap. Fair enough. So when JDM trips over the cable, we just wait till he gets better and strip below. I love it. Kenny loves the glizzies. Try, why the fuck would you care about a random person online across the world and their opinions, but I still will never forget you for not buttering a Pop-Tart with the fisherman in the van that one time. Hey, Chris, we still got a lot of channel left, mate. You never know. It's never over until it's over, brother. Yeah? Wait till I do a live stream from Taco Bell with a camp cooker. Alexa Grasso's feet are yummy. Good for you, Yog. Did I hear Alexa Grasso's feet? Skynet also does our AIT. Because he's Indian. Racist and funny. I love you guys. Tim, because of what happened between you and your mother and I sure was an absolute gentleman. Dougie White Contender Series, first good fighter from the Republic of Indias. That's right, dude. From Indias. No more Bollywood. No more fucking vegans. Ship them all to England, brother. Ship them all to England. Oh, God. There's really no proof he's on EPO because one of the most dangerous drugs to put in your body, so many brutal side effects. It's not as casual as TRT or antibiotics. But Ben, is Merab Dvalishvili not suffering from said side effects? I mean, have you heard him talk? Sounds like someone whose brain has been cooked from Molly before. It sounds like someone who is suffering from having a burnt out brain from the use of drugs. I would argue that the proof you need of Merab Dvalishvili being on steroids is simply the way that his mind works. Because he speaks English fine, he just speaks like a retard. Oh, brother, you got to do this and then circle back to the start of the sentence, brother. And then once you've made your point, say it again, but say it with many other words in between. You know English, you know all the words, you just can't convey your message because you do have brain rot. I would be a great head of media relations. You would, dude. I know. I'm giving people positions that are good at their. I'm giving people positions that are good at their. I'm giving people positions that play to their strengths. Why does anyone fucking listen to me? I'm an idiot. Why the fuck does anybody listen to me? Why is anyone here on this fucking stream? Merab's always been a retard. Merab has always been a retard. Oh, yeah. Yes! 20 days until Jack Della Maddalena becomes the welterweight champion of the world. Yes! Let's go, cheesy cat. Yes, brother. We will chin Bilal. Remember the plane. Oh, my God. I also like that one. Beautiful, mate. Massive right hook from Bilal. JDM's wobbling and takedown. Bilal wants his back. Oh my God, look at that. Looks like he tapped and still. The only thing, Bilal. Let's spend the rest of the stream just riling up Bilal fans. The only thing Bilal is finishing is his title run. Oh, got him. Fucking got him, chat. Burn. Boom. What? No, I don't give a fuck who would subscribe to Twitter. Get the fuck out of here. Feast your eyes on the welterweight goat. What's a good one? What's a good joke for your goat? He's Muslim, so something to do with his goat. Don't get him started. Not everything needs to be capital, Doug. Don't get him excited mentioning goats. Let's just fucking rile up Bilal fan. How long have we got of this stream? We got 7 minutes of this stream. Let's just find some Bilal fans on Twitter and just fucking annoy them. That's how we'll finish off the stream, boys. JDM is coming for the win. Don't talk about religion. Oh, that's just what I didn't bring up. This isn't religion. This isn't religious based. I haven't mentioned religion. We won't get into religion. Is this too far, enemy? I don't think this is too far. Let me read some chats. Where are we at? Fucking lovely. I will always here for the ride on the local kangaroo to the Golden Gay Time Dougie compound. Yes, Chris. The greatest company shill right here for the compound. You just said he's Muslim, so let's talk about... that is true. I did say that. That is true. But this text here hasn't got anything to do with... Alright, feast your eyes on the welterweight goat. Okay. How about this then? How about this, enemy? In Australia, we eat kangaroos. You better believe we'll eat goat. How about that one, enemy? How about that one, dude? All right, let me read some more chats. What's up, Taz? How are you, dude? Wow, Tim, because of war, we did that one. Marab is borderline retarded. Brutally honest, what's up, dude? That was a fucking great stream you did this morning with Giuliano Iente. Long-term EPO can turn your blood into slush. It's very scary stuff. Ugh, yuck. Same thing happens when you drink Red Bull. Have you seen the blood of Red Bull drinkers? It's like... It's disgusting. It's literally like it's made of fucking... it's full of clots. It's disgusting. Do you remember the moment where O'Malley's coach taunted Merab during the fight? I do remember that. That was so good. Oh, that was hilarious, man. Do you listen to the Rogan podcast with Ilya? I had to listen to max volume because Ilya was whispering the entire time. I did listen to that one. I thought Ilya did quite well, man. Yeah, I liked it. I was full of every single Roganism you could think of, boo. But no, I thought it was good, man. Donkey, would you put Vegemite in a sandwich with meat or only Vegemite with butter on toast? So with Vegemite, you have it just with butter or on its own. I like Vegemite just on its own because I really fucking like the taste of Vegemite, so I like to raw dog it as much as possible. But also, Vegemite with cheese is a sleeper mix. Vegemite with cheese. Is it only Red Bull drinkers or like energy drink? There's something about Red Bull that is particularly bad, which is what I saw the study on. But I'm not sure if it's all energy drinks. Where am I? Boob Illy is just too short to reach the mic, so he sounds quiet. They moved down, mate. Bilal's good eye. Where is they? Oh, he's floating around. Bilal versus JDM is one of the most pillow-handed fights of all time. Absolute lock to go to the decision. JDM is not pillow hands. Todathan? Absolutely not. Don't talk about religion. We did that one. I'm not convinced Merab is on the roids, but Bilal is 100% roided out. His body is insane. No, he just learned how to eat properly, mate. And Brutally Honest says religion is gay. All of it. On Easter, brutally, on Easter, on the day Christ has risen. Imagine how the goats feel. I'm not Muslim or religious. Just talk about skills. All right, we'll stick to that. Duplessis' frail body isn't even meant to fight. Let's find another Bilal fan to make fun of. Duplessis' frail body isn't even meant to fight. Sean Strickland would never pull out. Duplessis' frail body isn't meant to fight. Sean Strickland would never pull out. Sean Strickland absolutely would pull out. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, Taz, but DDP is just going to make sure he's 100% ready to go. And it hasn't even been confirmed that he's injured yet, mate. That was funny. All right, beautiful. Forget the goats. The kids have had it hard enough. All right, really? Only 6k away from a cheeky fairy bread and with Vegemite? 6k away? What do you mean? What do you mean, mate? What do you mean 6k away? Actually, Doug, EPO has been shown to be a cognitive enhancer. Okay, here we go. It protects the brain cells and helps promote the growth, leading to improved executive function, memory, attention, and has a positive effect on mood as well. No shit, Larry. I should get on EPO. Oh god, I'm not drinking Red Bull after hearing... Yeah, you shouldn't drink Red Bull. Choose, smell Bilal's feet or have sex with Nina Drama. Obviously, I would rather have sex with Nina Drama than do anything to do with Bilal's body. Yeah, it was a great stream by Brutally this morning. Oh, it was so good. I ate Vegemite from the jar. Yeah, I really like Vegemite. I like it a lot, man. Nice one, lads. What the fuck is Vegemite? It's Marmite. Like in England, I'm pretty sure you guys have Marmite. It's just the Aussie version of that. Vegemite and cheese is the bee's knees. It's so good. Merab isn't on roids. Why do you think so, Tim? JDM needs 20 pillow punches in a row to get a TKO. Mate, it's one combination. Body, head over the top, Toad. Toad doesn't watch fights. This is the problem. Toad doesn't watch fights. Toad, I'm sorry, mate. I love that we agreed so much before this fight. Like, I feel like all year you and I were on the same page, Toad, and now we've just come to a screeching halt at the Bilal JDM fight. On a similar note to improving mood, it can also help reduce mood swings in people with bipolar disorder. Might not be for the same people who aren't bipolar, but just have a short fuse. But regardless, all signs point to Merab definitely not being on EPO. I feel like that definitely not is sarcastic. DDP never pulls out. He just doesn't accept the fight unless he's 100%. Unless he's 100%. It's completely different, mate. I never pulled out of the fight. I just don't take a fight unless I'm 100% ready to go. They're completely different things. Completely different things. We've got to find some Bilal fans to make fun of. I don't get on EPO and end up dumb as a box of... don't get on EPO and end up dumb as a box of rocks like Marab. This is the lesson that we have learnt today. 600, I mean, for the 30k sub celebration. Oh, right, yeah, for the 3k sub celebration. Yeah, we might have some fairy bread for 3k subs. Why not? EPO also literally kills you. You can read about bikers dropping dead in the race from horrible blood clots in the Tour de France. Benny boy, I wonder what year that was. Has that been happening throughout the entire history of the Tour de France, or was there a sudden spike around 2020-21? Kind of off topic, listen to Down Under by Men at Work. Is that the Aussie national anthem? No, it isn't. Should be. Well, I think the Aussie national anthem should be Waltzing Matilda. Waltzing Matilda performed by the guy that came second in the first Australian Idol. I got drunk at a pub once and heard him sing it. Greatest Australian movement of my life. What's his name? Tim, what's his name? The guy that was on the first Australian Idol but came second. Sean, doesn't matter. Anyway, he does a great rendition of Waltzing Matilda. Goes so hard. Shannon Knoll, thank you, NME. Oh my god. Shannon Knoll, Waltzing Matilda, after a couple of beers with the whole pub singing it, goes so fucking hard, you have no idea. You literally look down at your chest and a Southern Cross tattoo just appears. Someone throws a meat pie at you, you go and chew it, it's full of fucking VB. It's the greatest Australian experience ever, listening to Shannon fucking Knoll sing Waltzing Matilda. Blows your fucking mind. Anyway. Controversial opinion, Waltzing Matilda is mid. It is, mate, but not when Knowlesy does it. I'm telling you, it goes hard. It's special. I'm telling you, it's special. I don't disagree. Waltzing Matilda on its own, vanilla Waltzing Matilda is mid. But when Knowlesy does it, oh! Anyway, let me read some more. DDP never pulls out. He just doesn't accept fights unless he's 100% healthy. They're completely different. I'm not injured. I'm just not taking the fight unless I'm healthy. Oh, God. I think we should all start taking EPO. Could reach the promised land of the compound much faster with all those mental gains. Larry, what is carrying this channel right now is the lack of mental gains. We don't need that, mate. I'm laughing at the comment that he's not on them, bro. No one supports roid use more than me. That is true, Tim, because I'm like, I feel like you've made a lot of money on Marab talking about how much roids he's done. Dougie, out of all the roids, EPO is probably one of the worst. All right, fair enough. Skynet is definitely one of the anthems. Eating heaps of fruit creates as much EPO in the kidneys as taking it. Ignorance and I'm going to go smash a banana after this. Going to be looking for a while to find fans of Bilal. Dude, I stopped scrolling. I found the 2 Bilal fans. Oh, he replied. This motherfucker. He replied. M16 Gladiator replied damn quickly. What a dog. We got to get him back, chat. Before we go, we got to get him back. We got to think of something good. It was in the 90s mostly. Oh, okay. With the athletes dying of heart attacks. Fair enough. Yep. Put a bunch of Vegemite on top of the fairy bread. Yes. EPO deaths were in the 90s. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Oh, then that sounds about right. Eagle Rock goes pretty hard too. It does. Yep. Shannon Knowles rocks Aussie pubs. It's so good. So good. So many Aussie anthems from the 80s. That was our peak of music making, the 80s. Soy Skinny 5'11" at 150 breaking bones again. What a Cayman, I know, dude. We've talked about it, brother. Just a joke. The mistake was thinking that there were Bilal fans out there. I know, mate. Can you do an impression of DDP gaslighting Ian to let him move into it? Can you do an impression of DDP gaslighting Ian Gary to let him move into the house so he can sleep with his wife more? Do an impression of DDP gaslighting Ian Gary to let him move into the house. Now listen, mate. Listen, okay? I know you like to have other guys in here that are bulls, you know, but you want to have me in here all the time, okay? Because it's not that I'm going to be sleeping with your wife every night. It's just that she's going to be very happy every night. You know what I mean? They're completely different things. All right, then, you can get in my wife. The 2 Bilal fans are just the same guy with different accounts. Okay, I've got a reply. I've thought of a reply, boys. I'm so happy you have this mock up. At least you'll have it to comfort you. Well, I'll have the real thing at the pay-per-view. Get rude. Aussie owns you. Yeah, there we go. That'll burn him. Comfort. No, keep writing. Comfort. Comfort you. There we go. Yep. Get rude, cunt. Get rude. Aussies own you. Yes, there we go. Yes. Comfort? How do you spell comfort? Comfort. How the fuck do you spell comfort you? To keep you happy. There we go. That'll do. Yes. No, just send it. Take that, you one Bilal fan. Fucking roasted. Yes. Alright, that's it. Dougie, I am a big fan of the UFC to Royds, the Prince Bilal. Lots of coin from the Royd used to, but I'm Anzac through and through, so fuck the cunt for this fight. Yeah, we have to go with Bilal, mate. We have to go with JDM. Don't clip that. We have to go with JDM. Who's this cunt you're messaging? I don't know. We were just scrolling Twitter news, reacting to it. We found a Bilal fan, and now we're just roasting him for fun, mate. Bilal's style is the highest form of evolution of point fighting we have ever seen in MMA next to Strickland. True. It's a mix of point wrestling as well as point striking. Truly the worst of both worlds. Bilal is the type of guy to get decisions in the UFC and finish us in the Supreme Court. To get decisions in the UFC and finishes in the Supreme Court. Oh my god, I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, good night, Dougie. Good night. So glad that Islam and Tapuria KO'd your boy. That's alright. That's all right. JDM is going to be taking up the reins. And Volk is back. It's all right. The sun will rise in Australia again. I'm out of here, boys. That's it. Larry's got the last one. Everyone stop typing right now. It's been an hour. I'm getting out of here. I still find it hilarious that Javier Menez thought comparing Jones to Lance Armstrong was a good way to get him. Everyone who did nearly as good as him was using two, even if that's not quite true in the UFC. People think it is. It almost reaffirms that it doesn't direct from his status as the GOAT list. Comparing John Jones to the other roid users, you're saying that everyone else was using. I deny that, Larry, because when he beat DC, that was when USADA was in and everybody was getting tested. So maybe early in Jones's career, but certainly not in the middle part of Jones's career when everyone was getting tested. Actually, Bilal versus Islam would be a good fight, though I feel like Islam would win. I feel like Bilal would win, but fair enough. See you later. Breaking news, Volk is stepping in for DDP and O'Malley for both fights. Yes, let's go. Volk's back. He's going to take it from everyone. No, I said people think it's true. You think that it's true that John Jones was using? John Jones was using. Explain it to me tomorrow, Larry. I'm out of here. Pick it up tomorrow. Go. Start of tomorrow's stream. Go, Doug, this is what I meant by that. I'm out of here. You guys have a very good night. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. Video tomorrow, video today about how the UFC Apex is making me not want to be a fan anymore. It's all about how good BKFC is and how terrible the UFC Apex is. Video tomorrow, and that's it. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your Easter, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video and tomorrow's stream. See you, boys. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.